I always say that in the very beginning that this power, this source had an idea, and Patrick, and then puts your name on all of them. Can you imagine that creative force, that creative energy just gets this incredible idea, and it's you. Wow. I don't know how we can never think how special we are. Well, what more is there to say at a time like this? Plenty. So, I would like to start out with a Buddhist parable. There was the two Buddhists, this isn't a joke actually. There's two Buddhists, the master and the student. And they are walking and they are contemplating, and the student is wondering when he can become a master. And the master's saying very little, and they come to this incredible body of water that's going very, very, very fast. And there's this beautiful, beautiful woman. Did I mention she was beautiful? She was at the edge of the water, and she was crying. She was crying, and she said, I have to get across there to my family, but it's so too rough for me. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. So, of course, the master walked up and said, there's no problem. Here, get on. Get on. And he took her across that water. And the young student is just so quiet and so shocked, and he just can't hold it anymore. They put her down, and she says, thank you so much. My family thanks you. We thank you. And so they continue walking, and the young student's getting more and more angry, because finally he has to say something. Master, our vows do not allow us to touch a woman. What did you do? I don't understand you. That's not what you teach. And he looked at him and he said, I let her go 2 hours ago. You're still carrying her. And what a lesson. What are we still carrying on? What is it that we still need to let go of? He was teaching compassion. We get sometimes, not we, nobody in this room, of course, but sometimes I get so caught in the rules and so caught into what you think has to be that we forget about the spontaneity of life. And that's what this incredible story, he went by his intuition. She needed help. What was he going to do? Leave her there? Some people would, because that's the vow. I took the vow. A woman does not touch you. That is our vow. That is our vow. And he's still holding on. He's still holding on. And I thought of all the times of my life that I just didn't let go. And it's sometimes, I got to be really honest with you, it has got to be the pettiest thing that I do at times. I mean, we're not even talking about a real big event. We're talking about, did you hear what she said? Did you hear what he said? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just sit in meditation and going, you need another 15, man. Another 15 minutes of meditation. We used to do it with push-ups. Now we do it with meditation. I'll give me 15 more of those. No, I've let it go. I've let it go. Why am I still thinking about it? And I question myself on that a lot. Why? Why are the things that we do seem so important? The little things that seem so important. And that's because everyone wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be loved. No one wants to get out of their tribe. No one wants to stand out of and say, I have another idea. So on my little Buddhist journey that I was on this week, I was just getting all excited. I went back to something that has always helped me. Any archers here? Anybody like the archery? Yeah. I used to like it when I was, younger. But as I got more mature, I don't know what happened. I just didn't do it anymore. But I really started pulling it apart, this whole idea of archery. And it's very powerful. Because I remember when I did it, it was so hard to pull it back, and it caused so much tension in my arm. But here's the thing. It's that tension pulled back as far as you can, and when you release it, it even has more power. And I'm thinking, well, how can tension, because I'm not a big fan of tension. I don't know about any of you, but tension seems like you can't get anything done when you have this tension. And I thought, and resistance. And I just got so involved in this whole idea of archery and the bullseye. I'm looking back there because we were talking about it before we came today. And it's interesting, there's like 4 steps, right? You have the bow, you have the arrow, you have the resistance, and then you have the release. And you have focus. But guess what comes first? The target. The target comes first. You just don't pick up something and go, yeah. You know, I mean, that would not be so pretty. The target, the intention. And you're looking at that bullseye, looking at that red thing, and you're saying, that's my intention. I'm going to put this bow is going to go into that bullseye. Wow. But I don't even have the bow and arrow yet. And that's how I look at other things I'm doing. My intention, what is your intention? You create it, they say act as if, right? Act as if it's already done. That's how I like to work. If there's something I want, if there's something that's troubling me, if finances are troubling me, let them trouble you, but turn away from the condition, because the more I stress. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I always figure that worry is really going to get me somewhere really fast. See, as long as I keep worrying, I'm doing something. Instead of choosing how I want to live and looking at that bullseye, I say, that's how I want to feel. We're a feeling universe. We're a mental universe. You feel first, and then you pick up your bow, and you look at it, you go, that. But then you go like this, and you pull it back. But what if I don't hit it? But what happens if that doesn't happen? Oh, doubt. And you let go of it, and it goes over. It didn't hit the bullseye. It was supposed to hit the bullseye. Oh, I'm not very good at this, am I? I'm not very good at that. And then you sit there and you think, let me ask you something. If you don't hit the bullseye, did you fail? No. Yeah, because this is what is a failure. There it is. I've got my bow and arrow. There's the bullseye. But I might not hit it. You want to go to lunch? It's only in the not doing it at all. But I like that idea of the tension. The person who does body work for me, he said, this is so funny. He said, wow, I've been working on your shoulders. He said, usually you're always, one side is more tense than the other. And usually it's my left side, and that's kind of the heart, love side that's needs a little extra work on it. I have no idea why, or he's just making it up. And that could be as well. But he said, I want to let you know something. Your tension, it was even this week. Oh, good for me. I got tension on equal sides of that. Good. I'm no longer one-sided Patrick. I'm full of tension on both. And so when I got done, and he said that to me, he goes, wow, how does that feel? He says, how does it feel to have the world off your shoulders? And I said, I do not pay you for this additional stuff in my body work, if you know what I mean. So he goes, yeah, how does it feel to carry the world on your shoulders? And I went, and I wanted to say I don't, but I couldn't, because I was told that lying's not a good thing. And sometimes, has anybody ever felt like you got the world on your shoulders? It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. And nobody asked you to put the world on your shoulders, by the way. Nobody asked us to do that. So what I'm getting at today is about lightening the load, letting go of the tension, letting go of, the doubt, the worry, and then opening up to that field, to that beautiful, beautiful field of pure potentiality. I wonder if it is easier than we make it at times. That's what I've been doing. I wonder where my identity, have you ever felt that? Where does your identity get in the way of you picking up the bow and arrow of who you think you are? I love that when people say that, you know? I remember as a kid, well, who do you think you are? And I thought, wow, that's not said with a very beautiful tone. But it wouldn't have been fun if I would have just said at a young age, who do you think you are? God, who are you? What? No, I was kidding. That would not have happened. No. So in closing today, I just want to look around and just, here's a good example. I'll leave you with, of course, Quanta story, of course. So today, Quanta was released to go out, and she's been healing, our center cat. And I have to say that last night we were a little bit, we had to do another 15 minutes of relaxation, because it was like opening up all the doors and saying, go back out and be free. But what if you get hurt? What if I can't control? We gave all the love, and I met this woman on the path the other day when I was running. She had the best advice. She said, you have given this cat everything you can. Your community has come together. They've written an article about her. She's brought the community together after someone decided to, we don't have to say, shoot her, and so she has a little pellet in her. And so today when we opened up the doors, you should have seen it. It was Angela, Ron, and I, we were like, you wanted to like let her go and then go and follow her all around the property. But I kept seeing the bullseye, and the bullseye was, let it go. Take your grip off of it. Take your grip off of it. Let the tension go. Look what happens when we do that. Imagining, and half of the tension and half of the things that we have in our life are all made up. Can I really repeat that? We make it up. And if we're going to make it up, right, we should do it in our favor. He said, what you talking about, Willis? Oh. He says, I know you. So this is what I say about tension. Let go of our grip of it. If we're going to make up good stories, Quanta's safe. And if she's not, we gave her all the love that we could give. You cannot control what is going to happen out there, and I want to. I want her to be exactly where I want. So I've decided today that we need now, every time you had stress, what happens if it said, yes, I can do it, right? But your stress is released. Stress is released. If we hold on to it like this, we have to do this. So this is what I say. Giveaway Patrick is going to just pass them down. Grab yourself a comfort ball. Let go of your tension. Are you with me? Does anybody have any tension? Oh, for God's sake. You spiritual people. You spiritual people. So there is our little girl right as I speak. My final remark here is enjoy those and the message that goes with it. And please, I invite you to fall in love with yourself like you have never, ever loved before. to fall in love with your ideas, to fall in love with who you are, to fall. You know what? Between this beautiful young man and this cat, I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance. Namaste, I love you.